What's the deal? What's the deal, people? Hope all are doing well. And you're having a blessed day, afternoon, or evening. Whenever you come across this reading, you already know if you watch me with a good heart and good intentions, you are blessed and protected. But if you're watching me with any ill will or malintentions or evil eyes, go blind 144,000 times. Instantly, quickly, swiftly, you will feel the effects of all the hexes, the curses, the spells that you project. And if you are siphoning my energy or anybody else's energy from this reading or in general, period, you will receive karma. Quick, fast, and in a hurry, because you will reap what you sow. Let's clear the energy. So we're going to tap into the energy and we're going to see what the message is. I wanted to tap into something else today, but we're gonna just do this right here, what I'm doing. So we're just gonna do a random reading. This could be your energy, this could be mine. And we're gonna see what comes out. I hope you are having a good Friday. If you're in, keep it to yourself and minding your business. So we're gonna tap that in. We're gonna tap that in. Somebody's trying to tap into my crown. It's making me want to do a personal reading at this point. Angels, ancestors, spirits of the divine, white light, light attribute, please provide me with some insight. The Most High Divine, please provide me with what you want me and the collective to know tonight. So we got an abuser. So this is the energy, an abuser energy. That could be the energy as in about an abuser. So angels, answers, the spirits of the divine white light. Provide me with that insight. Somebody's definitely a whore, slut ass, and they're selfish, and they're perverted and nasty. And they're married. Somebody that's a whore, slut ass, selfish, perverted and nasty, and they're married. That could be part of it too. So yeah, like I said, we got somebody that's a part of the LGBTQ community, or go both ways. Is an addict or a drug dealer. They're annoying and bothersome, spiteful, hateful, revengeful. They're in a relationship and they're flirtatious. Submissive, victim. And somebody could be a horse. So the confirmation with this, in a relationship and flirtatious. Somebody's a horse, slut ass, they selfish, perverted and nasty, and they married. Or in a relationship. Somebody's in a relationship or married and they're promiscuous, basically. And they go both ways. Or this could be a same-sex couple. And this couple or this person, this LGBTQIA energy, that's an addict. They're bothersome and annoying, and they're spiteful, hateful, revengeful. Yeah. This person is in a relationship. I ain't worried about flirtatious, victim, submissive. We're going to put these 4 cards back. So somebody that's a part of the LGBTQIA community that goes both ways is an addict, a drug dealer, annoying, bothersome, and they spiteful, hateful, revengeful. That's the energy. They obsessed and infatuated. Cocky. So this person is obsessed and infatuated, collective. This energy. So there's somebody that's a part of the LGBTQ community that's obsessed and infatuated with you. And they're hateful, they're revengeful, they're bothersome. What else can we get on this energy? An enemy turned friend. So somebody's wishing, this came out in the reverse, so. Somebody could have been wishing to be a friend or be in your energy because we got wish granted, but it came out in the reverse. These are genie lamps. So somebody could have been praying to a jinn, wishing on a jinn and not to God. This is an enemy that turned friend. So this is an enemy that wants to be your friend. They're not getting their wishes granted. Or an enemy that's pretending to be a friend. Enemy turned friend. Enemy. So this is an enemy that's pretending to be a friend. Wish not granted for this enemy that's pretending to be your friend. That goes both ways. It's for this addict. Yeah, something about jail. They're going to jail. Or they're in jail. Corrupted system. I'm just plucking from the back of the deck. So, there's somebody that's in your energy that's an addict or drug dealer. They're very annoying and bothersome. Spiteful, hateful, revengeful. They're not getting their wish granted. Somebody that was pretending to be your friend. Showing fake love. Jail. Somebody's going to jail. There's somebody that's in jail or somebody out of jail. Or they're going to jail. They're part of a corrupted system. Yeah, the Truman Show is over. It's time to exit the Matrix. We got neighbors. Write down your thoughts in the reverse. Power abuser. A copycat wannabe. Karma paid, lesson learned. Stand your ground on the deck right there. What wanted to pop up? Let me see. Murder plot. Confirmation. It was all a test and they failed. You're walking karma to this murder plot because someone was on your side. You stay hydrated. You're a goddess, a god, you're a star. So this person is not getting their wishes granted. Corrupted system, Truman shit show is over. These neighbors, I'm tired of the neighbors fucking popping up in the reading. I really am. All the tests and they fail. I stand my ground. Copycat wannabe, standing your ground to this copycat wannabe, and they were being tested and they failed. Yeah, you're walking karma to this murder plot. I'm just minding my goddamn business. Hold on, I'm rearranging these cards so I can have space. Bam. So, collective, this person that goes both ways, part of the LGBTQ community, is not getting their wish granted when it's coming to try to get you karma. So you paid your karma, you learned your lesson. Somebody was trying to bring you karma, give you karma, but you paid your karma is paid off. This is an enemy turned friend, a copycat wannabe. A copycat wannabe, a wannabe that wants to be your friend. They going to jail or they're in jail because of some type of murder plot. They work with a corrupted system and you've been standing your ground to this corrupted system. And this Truman shit show is over. It's time to exit the matrix, and this was all the tests and they failed. These neighbors, you working karma for these neighbors. Write down your thoughts. They're unable to, somebody was trying to write down your thoughts. Somebody's unable to take notes when it comes on you. A power abuser that was trying to take notes about you. So they're unable to take notes on you because someone's on your side. This power abuser is hydrating you, collective. Don't hover above me because all you're doing is giving yourself away. So collective, they was trying to give you some type of karma, and you good. You a goddess, a star. They could have been trying to blackmail you, and they confused how the government officials are involved. Yeah, because you're free. You cut them negative cords, collective, and you out here. You don't sweat the small stuff. You brushing the small stuff off. Because you're a tarot reader psychic, or this is a tarot reader psychic, a crusty crabby ass that needs to go heal. Because they're a soulless being that was out here messing with the dead. They wanted revenge, but God said no. And all this was supposed to happen, destined to happen. You're royal blood, collective. And love loves you. So God, they wanted revenge, and God said no. This power abuser. They were out here messing with the dead. A soulless being that's miserable. A tarot reader psychic. You a God, goddess, star that learned your lesson. And this copycat wannabe was out here trying to blackmail you. Yeah, and they're confused how this murder plot didn't work out. Yeah, and you stood your ground to the corrupted system, and now the real government officials are involved. Because you cut yourself off from the people that were trying to attach to you. And you don't sweat the small stuff. So you were laughing at it, you brushed shit off, you were laughing at it. Because you're a tarot reader psychic. Oh, this was in the reverse. So this is a karmic tarot reader psychic. That they crusty, crabby, raggedy. They need to go heal. They're miserable. A soulless being that was messing with the dead and they wanted revenge. This person that's part of the LGBT community, your neighbor, and we're not even, let's just keep it funky. We already know that this is my energy. Because I was going to do a personal reading, and I literally said that right before, and this is what comes out. I literally chose a different way to pluck the cards, and the neighbor still came out. Soulless being messing with the dead, and God said no. There's going to be two people, a couple. Masculine, feminine energy. Or they go both ways. There could be a couple and they just go... Either way, it's a couple. It's two people. Or one person. Ooh, you came in my energy and I felt you, baby. You mad? You mad. Somebody just came. Somebody that's watching me right now, because there's only two watching me. One person that watches me is a supporter because they just like the video, and the other one is not. And the one that's not the supporter, I felt you. Ooh, you heavy. You feeling the pressure. You feeling some type of pressure, because that's what I felt, a pressure. Ooh, now I know exactly where I'm going to put what I wanted to put. I found the spot now. Yeah, so this person is obsessed and infatuated with you or me, collective. I'm going to continue to read this as a collective energy reading. But you can have some neighbors, because that's the energy. Tarot reader, psychic, in a reverse neighbor. That's a soulless being that was messing with the dead. A copycat wannabe that was trying to blackmail you. Look, violation. They were violating you, collective. A breach, a crime, law-breaking, corrupt system. They were breaking the law. They were violating you. They were committing a crime against you. Yeah, and they got themselves tangled up in a situation. So they were violating you, collective, and then they got themselves tangled up, entrapped. They got themselves implicated in a situation, or they were trying to implicate you. This person got captured, or they were trying to capture you. They got very involved and caught up in a complicated, complex, difficult, tough, challenging situation. And they're giving the appearance of state of utter disorder. So they look stressed out. They looking stressed right now. They violated you, and they got themselves tangled and entrapped in a situation. And they could be going to jail. Interpersonal interactions between individuals or occurring between individuals, between two or more people. A face-to-face exchange of thoughts, ideas, feelings, and emotions when interacting and communicating with others to help start, build, or sustain relationship, career, education, and a personal life. So basically, collective, they were committing a crime against you. They could have been trying to have you trapped, entangled, and entrapped in a situation. They were trying to put you in a complex and difficult situation, a challenging situation. They wanted you to appear in an utter disorder. And this has to do with a group of people or two or more people that came together and communicated, and they started to build something which was to violate you. Or somebody could have wanted you trapped in a connection between two or more. Somebody wanted you trapped, entangled in a connection between individuals. Somebody wanted you to have a complicated interaction between individuals. Yeah. So somebody wanted you to have a complicated, complex, tough situation and interaction with other people. When it comes to what you were building, your career, your relationships, your education, your personal life, they wanted you to have problems. They were committing crimes, violating you, breaking the law, committing transgressions so that you could get yourself tangled up in a situation, caught up in a situation, and get yourself in a fucked up situation with people. They wanted you to fight with people. Testament, something presented in the support of a truth or accuracy of a claim. Evidence, proof, testimony, documentation, a witness. There has been a witness, there has been some proof, there's been evidence, has been found that this person was trying to violate you or me. So evidence was found. Yeah, a grave. There's something presented in the support of a truth or accuracy of a claim. Serious consideration likely to produce great harm or danger. Heavy, weighty burial tomb. So there has been some proof, evidence that has been found that somebody was trying to cause great harm and bring you great harm or danger, try to have you buried. A soulless being, your neighbors. This lands on soulless being, neighbors messing with the dead. Then you got the one that's right here. I can hear everybody. These walls and these floors are not quiet. So creeping by me while I'm doing my reading, whether you coming from next door or upstairs, is a very bad move. Remove your energy from me if you do not want me to pick up on your bullshit. So basically, hey. They violated you, trying to get you entrapped into a situation, caught up in a situation between people or between two or more people. They wanted you to have a face-to-face exchange with people and appear in a state of utter disorder. So they wanted you to look like you were having problems with people. And there has been something that has been supported. So there's evidence to proof that somebody was doing something for you to have problems with people. They were trying to bring great danger and harm to you by violating, committing this crime against you, to have you tangled up. Basically, somebody put your life in danger. Basically, we're trying to put your life in danger. Make a long story short. And there's proof. There's evidence and a documentation to the fact that somebody was trying to bring you harm and danger. There's proof that somebody was trying to have you in the grave, messing with the dead. Somebody was trying to put you in a grave, collective, and there's proof to this. Your neighbors, more than one. Yeah, a ruse. An act to use to fool someone or a group of people. A prank, deception, fooling, trickery. Yeah. There was a scheme, delusions, deception to this. And somebody was doing this because they were trying to take over a business, a product, or something of yours, something that's yours. Monopoly, exclusive ownership through legal privilege, command of supply, or concerted action. Exclusive possession or control, a commercial product or a service controlled by one person or a company. Somebody was doing this to make you come into problems so they can steal your shit. Make you look crazy so they can steal your shit. Your neighbors,
were out here purposely violating you, committing crimes, trying to have you tangled up in a situation between people, and there's proof. Excuse me, I'm very passionate about this subject. That they were plotting and planning. Persistent. They were persistent. Existing for a long time or longer than usual time, or continuously despite difficulties, opposition, or discouragement. Refusing to give up or let go. Stubborn, insistent, relentless, determined. They were persistent in doing this. Somebody that was obsessed. This land was obsessed and infatuated. This confirmation for obsessed and infatuated. They were obsessed and infatuated with trying to have you tangled up in a situation so that you could get caught up, go to jail, so they could take whatever product or services that you offer. They was trying to take your shit, collective. Something that you work hard for, you build. They was trying to take your shit. Murder you. Murder plot. Grave. Messing with the dead. They was trying to kill collective. Your neighbors were trying to kill you. And they're getting exposed. So they could run. They could try to hide. But the truth is going to come out on my fucking table. Neighbors. What deck I'm going to use? Let's just pluck from here. Make my life easier. What else can we get on this energy? A Scorpio female. This could be a Scorpio female that's involved, that committed a crime, loves your smile, in love with you, and wants the best for you. There's somebody that's in love with you, love your smile. A Scorpio female loves your smile and wants to be with you. LGBTQ collective. Somebody's in love with you. It says LGBTQIA goes both ways. A Scorpio female could be in love with you. I don't think they want the best for you if they were violating you. Confirmation, you hear that? A Scorpio female is a copycat wannabe. Or somebody that's in a Scorpio feminine energy. I don't know what Scorpion feminine energy represents, so. It says they're going down for all the low down dirty schemes that they pulled. So they're going down. This group of people. Sagittarius male. They envy you, aspire to be like you, but jealous of you. I'm going to remove the sign. And put them to the side. So they're going down for all of the low down shit that they did to you. And they envy you, aspire to be like you, but they're jealous of you. They're in love with you. They're about to lose some limbs, a body parts falling off. So somebody's about to lose a body part. They're about to lose some limbs. Thursday. Something about Thursday. You don't want no woman. Something about Thursday. Something happened Thursday. That could be yesterday. Yesterday was Thursday. Something could have happened Thursday to these neighbors. Something could have happened yesterday to these neighbors. Something happened on Thursday. Something is going to happen on a Thursday. Or something happened yesterday to a neighbor, to your neighbors. A lot of my voice is echoing. You're a healer, collective. And somebody was trying to bring danger, great harm to a healer. It says, they will be a solution for all the hexes, curses, and spells and witchcraft casted upon you. God got you. God got you, collective. So appreciate the little things in life and make every moment count. So God got you, collective. God is handling shit. Somebody about to lose some limbs. Somebody thought that they were going to cause you problems and take your shit. I don't fucking think so. I don't think so. I don't think so. Fuck, I don't think so. No, they're not. How about that? How about I don't think so turns into a no the fuck they's not? That's what that turns into. No the fuck they's not. Taking shit from anybody. What's happening is shit is being taken from them. Their wishes will not be granted because they sitting there rubbing on a genie lamp, praying on a jinn. When motherfuckers like us, we don't wish, we pray to God, the Most High. We don't got time for complications in prayer. We don't got complications for that. We don't got the time for that. We want the straight prayer that we ask for, not no read between the lines type of wish, because you fucking with demonic energy. Because you fucking with a trickster energy. Thinking that is a divine energy. Oh, you got fooled though, didn't you? You fucking got fooled. You thought you were divine. You thought you were talking to, this is a tarot reader in reverse. You out here thinking you get divinely guidance. You're not being divinely guided. Being divinely guided means what? You attacking people? You coming for people? You violating people? You trying to get people tangled up in a situation? You think you really divine? You think you really tapped in? You out here committing crimes. You a whole addict. You out here trying to kill somebody. Fuck, I'm going to use my words. Fuck a trigger in the app because I don't give a fuck. Let's trigger the fucking app. Why don't we? Let's do it. This page ain't monetized anyway. So let's fucking trigger the bitch. So, you thought you were going to come in and take from the collective? Huh? You thought you were going to group up with a bunch of people to build or sustain some type of relationship career off of somebody else? Taking off of somebody else? Taking somebody else's shit? Really? And then you were trying to be a copycat wannabe and then bring an end, a death to somebody. A whole goddess, God, a star, a healer, walking karma. Really? How you going to bring a death to walking karma? How you ending karma? You can't end karma. Especially when me. If you try to cut my head off, I'm like a hydra. 3 heads will grow back. You try to cut all those 3 heads, 6 heads will grow back. And you cut those 6 heads, 9 heads will be there. You get the drift? You get it? I don't think you do. That's the problem. Necromancy. Look, what does it say? Necromancy. This is a form of necromancy. Messing with the dead is a form of necromancy. This is messing with the dead right here. February in the reverse. I'm keeping it in the reverse. Something about February. That's coming soon. Somebody could be born in February. They could be an Aquarius, a fake tarot reader. They sacrifice people with animals for money. That's why they're about to lose some limbs. Somebody could have lost a limb. Somebody could have gotten in an accident yesterday.
I'm singing like Jennifer Hudson. I ain't going nowhere. Believe that, because God don't play about me. They should know that by now. Well, they don't. So, you know. Humpty Dumpty had a great fall. Yes, the motherfuckers did. Yes, they did. That's why there is going to be a Humpty Dumpty had a great fall. That's the solution for all the hexes and curses and witchcraft casted upon you, collective. This Humpty Dumpty bitch, this egg, this fragile, this person is fragile. Because if they talk about Humpty Dumpty is an egg. Eggs are fragile. You crack an egg, you can't fucking fix that bitch. The yolk comes all out of that shit. You can't put the yolk back into that shit. It's a done. You throw the eggshell away, or you repurpose the eggshells into cascarilla. So this Humpty Dumpty had a great fall, right? This fragile bitch energy fell off the wall, had a tower, Humpty Dumpty was sitting on a tower, wall, ledge, fell off out the tower that he was sitting in, had a fall, cracked his egg, and all his shit came out. Metaphor, you were sitting up too high, looking down on people. And all that time you looking down on people, you fell. Because you was trying to look at everybody down below, trying to criticize everybody down below, that you end up slipping off that edge. And now you broke yourself. Literally, you broke yourself. And you cannot put yourself back together again because the eggshell, you were fragile from the beginning. And now you're fucked up for real. Now, all your insides are coming out. So all your secrets being revealed. The egg has cracked, meaning the mask have cracked. Veil is thin. And you being seen for who you are. Full of yolk. Full of yolk. You're a joke. Ha! Full of yolk. You're a joke. And you're broke. Bah! By day one way, by night another. Everything is coming out. Like I said, your insides are coming out. Everybody's seeing you for who you really are. Because you pretend to be something that you're not. You pretend to be a psychic, tarot reader psychic, but you're really a crusty, crabby, raggedy ass that needs to go heal. And the collective is over here not sweating the bullshit, not sweating the small stuff. They have freed themselves from these cords that you were trying to attach. Yeah, and the government is involved, and now this person is confused because they're unable to blackmail a motherfucking goddess, god, or star. They're mad that they cannot come in and blackmail a god, a goddess, a star. That was their plan, to come in and blackmail you. With information. They were trying to have you trapped and caught up in a situation with people in your life, with tangled and interpersonal. Somebody was violating you, committing a crime, trying to have you trapped up in a situation, caught up in a situation between people, two or more people or group of people. And that's proof, a testament. That's proof to this. That somebody was trying to bring you danger. They were deceiving people. Or for some type of business, money, something they were trying to steal. Or take over. Or claim ownership on. Something that's not theirs. Doing necromancy, messing with the dead,
trying to end somebody's life. Yeah, they try to contain your gifts. A god, they try to contain a god, a goddess, a star's gift. Doing necromancy. But you have divine magic, collective. And they don't have no magic. Trying to contain your gift because you have divine magic because they don't have no magic. They sacrifice people and animal for money. They don't have no magic and they sacrifice people and animal for money. The downstairs neighbor, Humpty Dumpty had a great fall. Beating their chest like King Kong when you won your whole Caesar. So you got a neighbor, a downstairs neighbor. It says downstairs. His neighbor came out already. Like I said, this could be my energy, but we're going to keep going. It says neighbors, downstairs neighbor. The upstairs neighbor already gave themselves away. They always do every time I do a reading, so. They were just hovering above me and they just walked away. Like I said, they give themselves away all the time. I'm surrounded by idiots. I swear to God, I'm surrounded by motherfucking idiots. Surrounded by idiots. I literally am. My neighbors are idiots. All of them. Both of them on the side of me and the one above me. They all stupid. And they all home and they all can hear what the fuck I'm saying. All of y'all are stupid. Over the age of 21 and y'all all act like y'all fucking in pre-K. Kindergarten. But let's go back to the reading. So you can have a downstairs neighbor, collective, that is also LGBTQA or go both ways. I don't know. My upstairs neighbor is a gay couple. I don't know about the downstairs neighbor. You can have a downstairs neighbor problem. But there's a downstairs neighbor, collective, that was violating you, trying to trap you up in a situation. And they're a fake tarot reader psychic. And the neighbor card literally lands under the neighbor card. And on top of tarot reader psychic and on top of soulless being. This is the Humpty Dumpty that had a great fall. The downstairs neighbor. The downstairs neighbor is the Humpty Dumpty that had a great fall. This fragile ass bitch that's trying to bring you great harm and danger your way. This is a soulless being that was messing with the dead. It could be two or more people. You got a man and a woman on this card right here. It could be a masculine. And like I said, a masculine or feminine energy. It could be a masculine energy because it's a masculine hugging a female. It could be a female. So like I said, it could be two people. It could be a feminine. Two feminines. Like I said, copycat wannabe. It could be a feminine energy. Or masculine. At this point, my upstairs neighbor is a masculine energy and feminine energy, so he'll come out as a feminine energy in the reading. That's for sure. So my upstairs neighbor, being that he's gay, he's not going to come out as a masculine in the readings. He's going to come out as a feminine in the readings. Just like I am not in feminine energy right now, so I will not show up as a feminine in the reading. I'm going to show up as a masculine in the reading because I am in a masculine energy right now. So that's how I'm going to show up in a reading, is as a masculine, energetically wise. Female, of course, but I'm really going to come up as a masculine energy in these readings. And if they're part of the LGBTQ community or go both ways, depending what energy they are in the most, that's the energy they're going to come out in. And being, for me, my LGBT community couple that fucks with me, are two men, or just that one man and the many people that he involves himself with, and that person is in feminine energy. He pops up as a feminine energy in my readings, or he's going to be popping up. He pops up as feminine. So let's make that very clear, so y'all know, if you're dealing with a gay guy or a feminine or butch female, they're going to come up as the energy that they're trying to portray in this 3D reality. If they're a butch, they have the energy of a masculine energy, and they're in masculine energy, that's how they're going to show up in a reading. If it's a masculine that's in feminine energy, because he's gay, he's going to pop up as a feminine. So this downstairs neighbor that try to contain your gifts because you have divine magic and they don't got no magic, they were beating like their chest like they were King Kong, and when you were whole Caesar. This person was cocky. Confirmation with the cocky behind. This person was in a cocky ass energy, being very persistent in your energy, trying to come for you. Not a government official is involved. They're investigating a corrupt system. The corrupt system don't necessarily have to be police. It could just be a fraudulent business. A fraudulent company. Just anything. A fraudulent organization. This is somebody that pretends to be something that they're not. By day one way, by night another. They were playing with your playing with your devices, interference. So they were sitting here trying to cause interference by playing with your devices. They could have been sending death to your electronics. Oh my God. Snow White. See, this Snow White, I take it two ways. The Snow White, I take it as you're somebody who's humble. You're hospitable, you're loving, you're caring, you're kind. You have love for people and animals. Or this is somebody that's an addict, and this is what they do. They be on that Snow White. You know what I mean? They're an addict on Snow White. Or a drug dealer who sells that Snow White. Something about July and February. July, they sacrifice people and animal for money. They sacrificed somebody in July. They could have sacrificed a person or animal in July, and somebody lost a limb. Somebody sacrificed an animal or a person, and the person they sacrificed could have lost a limb or a body part. Because it backfired. You stood your ground. So something backfired. Because that's landing on backfire. Corrupted system. Or corrupted system. Oh, I just got something else. Espérate. This landing on top of corrupted system and stand your ground. I could take this as they're about to lose some limbs, body parts falling. Corrupted system. The system could be falling apart. They're losing their limbs inside. The limbs inside. This corrupted system is losing. They're breaking apart. They're losing their limbs, their stability. Their foundation is falling apart. They got health issues. Humpty Dumpty had a way for this downstairs neighbor got health issues. Because they attacked you. You're a healer. You're a star. You're a goddess. You're a god. They need to make peace with this imperfection that's happening in their life. So whatever they're dealing with, they need to make peace with it. Because it is what it is. And they're going to get karma. They can't escape this. They so confused right now. How the government is involved. The government could have been involved since July. Since the summertime, they could have been involved since July.
Yeah, they was out here trying to blackmail you. Trying to take your shit. Being very persistent in doing this. Feeling like I can't be stopped. Ooh, you saw that, collective? The messages wanted to fly off the table when a card got stuck. Something about July. The card got stuck in the deck. So something about July. July and February. And something with a Scorpio and a Sagittarius. Scorpio female, Sagittarius male. Collective, that landed in the reverse, but this is Ten of Cups, fulfillment. So they're not getting their wish fulfillment, wish granted in the reverse. Their home atmosphere is no longer happy. They have no family. They have no love, no achievements, no emotional peak. Their wish fulfillment is not getting granted. So that's confirmation for wish fulfillment in the reverse, wish fulfillment in the reverse. Spirit wants them to know that they will not be getting their wishes granted. Spirit really wants them to know, bitch, you ain't getting shit. You can rub on that bottle all you want. There ain't no genie in that bitch. You don't know how to rub nobody the right way. You annoying and bothersome. You rub everybody the wrong way. All right. Ambition, business, achievement, success, action, passion, inspiration. They're not, like I said, they're not getting their wish fulfillment when it comes to some type of business, achievement, or success. Whatever they were passionate in doing, they're not getting any wish fulfillment in that. Hangman in the reverse. Is this deck holding Dirk in reverse? No, both. The Hangman. Consequences, surrender, stagnation, letting go, surrendering, sacrifice, and seeing things from a different perspective. A situation that must be waited out. Somebody was trying to wait out a situation and they end up getting themselves tangled up in a situation. They just caused stagnation in their own life, waiting for something to play out. Whatever this was, them trying to get you, creating a crime, doing misdoings, trying to get you trapped up in a situation, getting caught up in a situation with people. They were waiting something out to see how something was going to play out, and it just got them stagnant. They sacrificed themselves. They didn't want to let go of something. Someone was unable to see something from a different perspective. This addict. I just saw. Yeah, they don't have no peace. Two of Swords in the reverse. Choosing between two options. Refusal to acknowledge the truth. Withdrawal. Possible communication difficulties. So yeah, a Two of Swords in the reverse. Somebody was unable to get you caught up in a situation between people. They're not at peace. They have no peace. I don't know why they do what they do, because all they doing is incriminating themselves, my neighbors around me. So when they do what they do, all they do is they incriminate themselves on live camera. And whether people see it now or people see it later, it doesn't matter if somebody sees this now or they watch the video later, it's still going to be proof that I'm surrounded by idiots that like to incriminate themselves. 5445, something is being mirrored back, and I see 54. Something is literally being mirrored. 544554 is what I just saw. Again, 54, 54, 54, 999. Somebody in their prime time. The news. You're getting the news. This is prime time news you're getting. Ten of Pentacles, family wealth. Somebody has no peace because they're losing their family wealth. They were spiteful, hateful, revengeful. They were going after your Ten of Pentacles.
There's a testament and proof that somebody was being spiteful, hateful, revengeful because of your Ten of Pentacles. Because of your home improvement, because of your home projects, your family inheritance, your traditions, your family business, social gathering. Somebody was being spiteful, hateful, revengeful because you have family wealth, Ten of Pentacles, and there's a testament, there's a proof to this. Yeah, this is Jack of Spades, which is a Page of Swords or a Knight of Swords. So this is a rival enemy, somebody that's spying on you. There could also be the government involved, agent watching you, private eye agent watching you. This is also somebody that's a rebel, a soulless being, immature, bossy, unemotional, someone that was on a mission, single-minded. A soulless being that was trying to bring danger and and harm to you. They were trying to bury you. The Queen of Swords in the reverse. The Devil. King of Wands in the reverse that came out. I was trying to figure out if that was a knight or a king. Queen of Pentacles in the reverse. Wow. Queen of Swords in the reverse. The Devil. King of Wands in the reverse. Queen of Pentacles in the reverse. Jack of Wands in the reverse. Gossip challenge connected to thought. Gossip and upset challenges connected to thoughts and communication. Defeat, Five of Swords. Ten of Swords endings. Five of Wands conflict. Four of Pentacles in the reverse. Wealth. Judgment. So collective, you have a rebel, somebody that was immature, bossy, somebody that was on a mission to bring an ending to you. This is somebody that's not intellectual because the Queen is strong in the reverse. So it says intellectual, power hungry, loyal, ambitious, truth seeker, efficient person. She cannot put up with indecisive or stupidity. This is somebody that is stupid. This is somebody that is indecisive. This is a person that is not efficient. They're not a truth seeker. They're a liar. They have no loyalty. They have no ambition. They're lazy and they're power hungry. They're not intellectual. They're fucking stupid, actually. The Devil, like I said, they're not smart. They stupid. This is somebody that's in their shadow self. They worried about material and worldly items and pleasures, unhealthy relationships, entrapment and dependency. They feeling restrained and powerless, or that's what they were trying to make you feel. They're powerless to their inner demons. They don't know how to fight their inner demons. Confirmation with the sirens. They have unhealthy patterns, harmful self-talk, and have issues with addiction, and they feeling stuck. They want a revenge, and God said no to the devil. This King of Wands is a business owner. So I was right. This is something to do with a business. They are no longer a business owner. They are a wannabe business owner. They don't have good intuition. They're not a spiritual leader. They're not aware of the bigger picture. Not good at details. They're not aware. They were unaware. Queen of Pentacles in the reverse. They're not a homemaker. This is somebody that's not organized. They're not practical. They're not an efficient mother or female leader. A masculine, feminine. They're not. There's no leadership abilities in this person. None whatsoever. We got a page. The Jack of Clubs represents the page or the Knight of Wands. So you got the Jack of Spades and the Jack of Wands. So there's the Knight and the Page of Swords is out here, and the Knight and the Page of Wands is out here. So with this Knight and Page of Swords, somebody was spying you and they did something fast. With this Knight of Swords, somebody did something real fast. Was trying to cause some type of war, adversity, danger to you. This Queen of Swords, the devil energy. And Page of Wands is your rival enemy. And somebody was trying to... So somebody could have been trying to change residencies or move or get away, and they were unable to get away because they refused to let go of fear of change with this Page of Wands. I mean, the Knight of Wands being in the reverse, because the Knight of Wands represents travel, traveling, changing addresses, like changing your residence, moving. traveling by sea. You could be moving and somebody's unable to move forward. They're stuck. They're stuck. They're stuck. They're stuck. There's a lot of gossip, upset, and challenges that's connected to their thoughts and their emotions. Because they're feeling defeated. They're in the Five of Swords energy. Somebody was trying to have a victory at any cost, and it ended up costing them their family wealth. It ended up costing them their soul. It ended up costing them their wish fulfillments, their business, their achievements, their success. That's what it cost them. Endings. Because somebody was refusing to change. With this Five of Swords, they're feeling defeated. They were refusing to change. This is a bully. You're a bully. Deception, bullying, walking away from disagreements, resistance, and non-resistance. So somebody was resisting to change. Your bully didn't want to change. They wanted to keep on doing shit. And it brought them an ending. Ten of Wands. The Ten of Swords. Five of Swords, Ten of Swords. We got 5, 10, 5. Something is bringing back, and 5, 5 equals 10. New beginnings. There's going to be a change, whether somebody wants it or not. Somebody's health is affected. Their mental is affected. They're having a breakdown because you're having a new beginning. And somebody's going through conflict. Five of Wands, because they were competing with you. Arguments and fights, petty arguments, fights, not working in harmony. This is what they wanted for you. They wanted you to not be in harmony. They wanted you to have petty arguments and fights with this in the beginning, the message in the beginning. They wanted you to have arguments and fights with people. They were causing this to happen. And now this is what's happening in their life. Because they're under judgment. Yeah, they was doing this for wealth. For 4 of Pentacles. And now they're not getting anything. They're being isolated from society. They're not socializing. They have no more wealth. They're broke. Because they're under judgment. This was destined to happen because they were so persistent, obsessed, infatuated, in cocky energy, and now they're under judgment. Let's see, because we have the Queen of Swords, the King of Wands. We got to see. So let's see who else in this before we end this. I'm going to end this. We're already an hour in. I'm 103:03. I just realized. I didn't realize I was sitting here for an hour. That's how you know I was really tuned into this reading. It really felt like I was here for like maybe 30 minutes. I didn't even realize I was here a whole hour. Always watching me, but they can't find nothing criminal about me because I am not a criminal. I obey the law, which is so different from them. Facts. So let's see who else this could be besides your neighbors. Because you also have we got Queen of Swords in the reverse, the Devil, the King of Wands, and the Queen of Pentacles all coming out and in the reverse. So who are these people? Hold on one second. All right, let's see who these people are in your life real quick before we end this reading. Oh, my chair just went down. Angels, ancestors, spirits, people are this. Well, who are the people? Ooh, okay, one. We got a spiritual occultist. So look, a spiritual occultist. This has been coming out a lot too. So a spiritual occultist could be your neighbors, because the neighbor energy is out here. Downstairs neighbor is a spiritual occultist. A mother energy. So the spiritual occultist is a mother energy. So it's a feminine energy collective. A neighbor. I'm fucking done. I'm fucking done. A neighbor, ex-boyfriend. A neighbor and an ex-boyfriend. A neighbor and your ex-boyfriend. Our school and work associates. They work together. So this spiritual occultist mother is a neighbor. Neighbor energy confirms. Energy don't lie, baby. Energy don't lie. Downstairs neighbor. This spiritual occultist is a feminine energy. They're a mother and they're a downstairs neighbor. And their ex-boyfriend is a school or a work associate. a new love interest romantic partner. Your ex-boyfriend, this spiritual... I'm done. This spiritual occultist could be an ex-boyfriend, or there could be this mother energy that's a neighbor. This ex-boyfriend is working with this mother energy, and it's their mother. This is the romantic partner to this mother, this new love interest. A witch or warlock. They're working with a witch or warlock sister. That's a person of authority. Collective, that could be the Queen of Swords, the King of Wands, and the Queen of Pentacles energy. The mother energy, the ex-boyfriend, and the sister. This spiritual occultist mother neighbor could be the Queen of Swords that was in reverse, the devil energy. The ex-boyfriend could be the King of Wands that was in the reverse, and the sister energy could be the Queen of Pentacles that was in the reverse. And it makes sense because Queen of Pentacles is somebody that has some type of authority. The camera doesn't shine over here. It's facing the wall. So the person so this is confirmation that this Queen of Pentacles is a sister energy, a person of authority. The King of Wands in reverse is the ex-boyfriend. And the spiritual occultist mother energy is the neighbor. That's the devil energy. Is the Queen of Swords. So, yep. Collective. So your ex-boyfriend or my ex-boyfriend is the downstairs neighbor's new love interest, and they're working with either the mother sister, the neighbor's sister, the spiritual occultist sister, or the ex-boyfriend's sister, which is also a witch or warlock, and they're a person of authority. That could be the dirty cop energy that keeps coming out in the reading. So yeah, they're going through some conflict because they were trying to have you tangled up in a situation with people so they can steal something that you've been working hard on. And now they're going through conflicts ending and they're defeated. They're not getting any success. They're gossiping and a lot of shit is going on. They're your rival enemy and they were in your energy. And they have been defeated. They have lost everything for being a spiteful, hateful, revengeful, soulless being, messing with the dead, murder plotting, trying to kill you. Because I'm not going to sugarcoat anything. I'm not going to sugarcoat nothing for no fucking app. Fuck the app. We gonna speak my fucking mind. Motherfuckers was out here trying to kill you. Kill me. Whoever resonates with this reading. Because this definitely is my energy. But we're going to read it as a collective energy. So, this downstairs neighbor might be this fucking Miss Mavis that I picked up on yesterday. That's the energy, that's the reading that I really was going to do. I was going to do part 2 to Miss Mavis. But instead, somebody was doing spell work on me. I knew they were doing spell work, so I decided we're not even going to be specific. We're just going to see what comes out and who comes out. I knew it was a neighbor. So I knew I was right. I knew there was a neighbor doing something to me right before I got on this reading. And the neighbor that I thought it was going to expose was the upstairs, but instead it exposed the downstairs. So, and then yesterday tapping into this energy, this person came out as a neighbor. This person came out as a lot of shit yesterday. That's why I want to tap into this energy again and be a little bit more specific. Because I'm going to tap in. So most likely I will be doing a late night live. And we're going to be tapping into that later. We're going to do Friday night live. Oh, Friday late night lives. Up in this bitch. So collective, peace out. Thank you for listening.
If this reading resonated with your energy, please feel free to donate to me. All my information is in the description box below. And if you're looking for a reading, you already know what to do and where to go. On that note, stay blessed. Enjoy the rest of your Friday night. And I'll check y'all later, people. Let's tap this real quick. Cleanse the energy that has been being sent during this reading. Peace out, collective. Enjoy the rest of your night.